Never a dull moment here at the Fox 2 Cooking School. Earlier in the broadcast, if you caught us, we were tackling pickles in our 8 o'clock hour. Now it's time to talk about corn. Tomorrow is the inaugural Corn Festival at the Birmingham Farmers Market. And joining us is Michelle Kobernick. She's the president of Gourmet Everyday in Birmingham. And it's important to point that out because you will be there tomorrow, of course, representing yourself and a very important provider as well in terms of the booth. Who's that?
Gourmet Farms.
And you guys are teaming up to basically say everything corn. When you think corn, what do you think about? What kind of different foods do we miss in our heads? All different kinds.
What kind? Okay, so of course it's great right off the cob. Right now the sweet corn is just top of the line, doesn't need much. That's the one thing we promote at that booth is that olive oil, salt, pepper, when it's this good and this close to being out of the ground, needs very little. But the extra fun stuff, the kettle corn, the candy corn, you know, all that popcorn. There's a lot of corn activities for the kids as well.
Is it a starch or is it a vegetable?
It is a grain.
It's a grain.
It is of much debate whether or not it's actually a fruit, grain, or a vegetable, because these little seeds actually are considered the fruit of the corn
fruit
stalk.
Of the grain, the stalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And part of the demonstrations tomorrow is they're going to be doing some old-fashioned shelling so that you can see how that works. So kids may be able to try that also.
And it's the main thing is whatever you want to call it, it's delicious stuff. What are you cooking for us today?
This is the booth where we're going to keep it like straight out the gate, as close to nature as we possibly can.
Au natural.
All I'm doing here is putting a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, which is all you're going to see at that booth. And we're going to get some sizzle here.
Yeah. Well,
all right. So here's a sweet onion we're going to include here. And we're going to just pop that in there until it starts to brown. Now this is a little warm, and this is optional. If you'd like to spice it up, change the flavor profile, you can add some sweetness and pepper. That's going to make some beautiful color at the end of it.
Got some red to it. There you go.
Add a little red. I'm all about the color.
It smells good.
It does. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this till it's nice and brown, starts to soften a little bit. I remember when we were little, we used to cook the corn forever and ever on the stove until it was ready, but they're actually groomed now to be ready a little bit faster, so they need less time cooking.
I want to ask you a little bit about the home delivery of some of this stuff, because that's really important.
The message at the market is that we produce and promote all local, organically grown things. You can go home with a little bit of information about what you can make tonight, but we use these items throughout the week in our delivery service using the Gourmet Farms. Here comes the corn.
Can I add the corn?
Yeah, okay.
I would love to add the corn, just to hear the sizzle of the corn.
Here we go.
All right. There you go.
Now that's about 6 ears.
All right.
That's about 6 ears.
So tomorrow you're going to have people out there actually kind of de-earing it. What do you call that? What is it called?
People would be me.
Oh, you? Okay. Michelle will be there.
All day long.
Great.
Right, exactly, just like I'm supposed to. They didn't give me any assistance for that.
You need this, don't you?
Yes, please.
All right. There
Unless
you go.
we want to use your hands.
No, not a good idea. I took her spatula or her cooking tools away from her. All right, so you're mixing this all up.
Yeah, and we do this every weekend. Every weekend we are down at that booth and giving you fresh samples, tastes of most beautiful, freshly picked thing. And it's important to pick really fresh corn here. Well,
yeah, and this is the best of the crop here. By the way, public parking lot 6 on the east side, Old Woodward, north of Harmon, is where you want to head to for the big festival, of course, Corn Festival at the Birmingham Farmers Market happening. You're mixing it all up right now.
Right, and we are looking to make this so that it's tender, about 6-8 minutes, maybe tops.
I'd say about 4 to 6 minutes.
And fresh herbs. Can't live without those. Oh my goodness. And you can't forget olive oil, salt, and pepper were really the main ingredients with the fresh herbs here.
Here's a look at exactly what we're talking about. Gourmet Everyday, where Michelle, of course, proudly works over on Henley Avenue. The number's on your screen. And this is what you'll get when you head on over there. Dina.
Hi. Oh my
gosh. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious?
Look at the color.
How about that smell? How are you?
I know, it smells great.
How are you?
Thank you for coming in.
Well, here's how a Gourmet Everyday customer might see this gorgeous corn. But for
I need the Gourmet Everyday to come to my house. And
eat that. There you go.
You guys have
Gourmet every day.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Michelle. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Come
see us.
We'll do that.
I'm grabbing a fork.
We'll be right back, guys.